Hey everybody, my name is Alejandro Chavarria, and today I am here to talk about the service learning project that I wanted to talk on and that I worked during my time at Keystone College during my freshman year. So I worked two service learning projects, one which was student activities when I first got here, and the other one was when I worked in the school cafeteria. Now, originally I was going to talk about my time during student activities, but once I switched over to working in the school cafeteria, I was a little bit more engaged in that type of business and I did work a longer period of time. So I feel that I would give out better information on the school cafeteria and how are they organized, how do they prepare for a day of work, and how do they help you and guide you to become a better worker. So first and foremost, I want to talk about how did I get this job and what is a school cafeteria. So basically what the school cafeteria is, it is a environment where people serve the food to the students on campus, and they serve for every eating period, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when I was looking for another line of work, I wanted to work somewhere close on campus because I don't live very close to the state of Pennsylvania. I live far, so I did not have transportation to go off campus to go to work. So I was looking for work on campus and I was looking for a job that was be very productive and that would keep me very busy. So when I found this job, I got connected, real good connected with the staff of the cafeteria. They always greeted me, they always were friendly, they always ask how my day was, and that was really got my attention because of how good connected and how friendly these workers were and how they welcomed me into the job. So I got interviewed with the manager and I got interviewed and he said I was fit for the job and that I would start my first day of work the week after. So when I first got in the first day, the manager greeted me very well. He showed me all the stuff that I need to work on for the line of job. And the job that I was working was the grill chef. Now, when he first told me that, I got extremely nervous because going into this job, I had no experience of cooking or any experience of using the grill at all. So I got extremely nervous because I didn't want to mess up. And this was something very new that I had to adjust to. And I wanted really to make sure that I didn't mess up and that I wanted to do great in this job. So in the first day, they guided me through all the steps that I need to take, all the procedures, what I gotta do to help clean up, help prepare. And my tasks during this job were that I would have to come in 30 minutes before my check-in and I would prepare the food and I would keep it ready. That way when it's time to serve the food, all I have to do is cook it and just leave it in the platter and serve it to the students on campus. So the grill chef job is basically you're making different types of food. One day you can make burgers, hot dogs. You can make different types of burgers actually with like bacon, and that's a tricky thing. You gotta know the procedures of making these burgers. You gotta make sure that the burgers are having the right temperatures. Make sure that they're not cold. Make sure that the hot dogs are fully cooked. The fries are fully cooked, and you also have to jot down all the temperatures that these foods have. That way, the head manager knows that you're actually doing the right job and that the cafeteria is running smoothly. So during my shift, when I cook, I create all the food, and once it's time to close down, I throw the food out, I clean the platters, I clean the grill, and once I leave, I really see that a lot of people are getting close to finishing cleaning up, and the key to their job, the term that they use is to never leave a worker hanging, which basically means that if you see somebody who's need help in their station, it's always best to help them out and be friendly and help them out to make sure that everybody is finishing at the same time. That way nobody is being left behind and nobody is the last person to leave work. So that's a really great thing to add. I really feel that it will be really helpful for everybody to help each other and to not just be in their own little station and then finish and then leave, because some people actually do need help. Some people may have worked harder than you, they have a harder task than you, and you also want to help them out. so they can release some stress. So what did I learn from this job? What I learned from this job is how to prepare different types of foods, and there are many different ways to prepare it. Some foods take a longer amount of time. Some foods you have to keep your eye on very closely because they could burn if you leave them on the grill for too long. And some of them you really have to make sure they're cooked very well. You have to check the temperature, check that the meat is cooked, make sure that it's not undercooked or overcooked. And another thing that I learned is how to work with a staff team. Coming into this job, I didn't know anybody, so I really had to be welcomed into this environment. And they really did a great job with doing that because I felt really welcomed, and they made me feel like a part of that new team. And I got connected very quick. And that's a great thing, feeling comfortable where you work at. It makes everything so much easier and much better for you. That way you can just come into work and get things started, and everything will run smoothly for you. And another thing that really taught me was the responsibility to show leadership during your work. Sometimes there could be somebody slacking off, and you gotta be that leader and be like, hey, you gotta get back to work because the line's really busy right now and I need help with all these dishes. So showing that leadership really shows to a person higher up in the chain that, hey, this guy is a leader. He can take command, he can lead a group, and that could really leave a good eye for them. So during my time at this job, it really taught me a lot. I learned how to become a good worker with a new group. Coming in from down from the south, I'd come up all the way up here and learn a lot of new things and cooperate with different new people. And I'm glad I did that because I made new friends. I became a great worker, and I gained a lot of knowledge and new skills that I didn't have before. Coming into this work, I had no experience of cooking at all, so it was definitely something new for me. And I definitely gained a lot of knowledge on how to cook because I didn't cook at all once I came here. And this job really introduced me to that new line of work. And I'm really a believer of different jobs can make and break you. For example, say someone like me who had no experience in cooking goes into the line of cooking and they actually really enjoy that job. They could actually make a lifestyle out of it, and you actually just found what you really like to do in life. And that can really make a person doing something that you haven't done before and you actually enjoy it, and then you actually feel like you could actually make it into a lifestyle, which is really great because it really helps people find who they really are inside, and it makes them become a better person, and it helps them find something to change something for the better. But during my time during that job, I really enjoyed it, and I would be working there till I graduate. I really enjoyed that job, and it really taught me a lot, and it really showed me who I really was.